Hello and welcome. Today we talk about flash, and especially the flash of the camera that often is used without control. Without control give average result, bad result that you don't like it. This thing I showed you before, perfume, put it on here. You can see that is a window, normal window. Now what you are going to do is with the camera to flash from a side, because we will put it in a vertical scenario. This camera here will put it this way, okay? We will shoot it this way. What we'll do is the light that come from the left, depend how you see the photo, from the right part of the photo as you see it, will come from the right and will go to the left in this side here. It will create a shadow here because the flash is not central, is a bit on the side of the camera. In the other effect that we do, we will take the light from the back, will overexpose everything in a way that the flash of the camera will not be as effective as before and will be just help. And then we will shoot without any lights in both scenarios. With the camera that is exposing for the outside, so will be dark inside, or will be exposed for the light that is coming in, so will be overexposed outside and exposed right, or maybe a little overexposed for the bottom. This will erase the shadow that comes from the flash, and you will see the flash only lighting a little here. This is not the optimal, okay? This is not the optimal, but it's interesting to see how you setting different the camera, what is the different effect that you have. Okay, before going to see the result of the testing that we have done today, let me tell you something about the usage of the flash, especially of the camera. Usually at the beginning you think the flash will be used at night, and you just go under without any control, you flash, and without even care about the surrounding lights that there are in the ambient where you shoot. We like to use the flash when is melted with other light source that we like. Sometimes even underexposing the flash, especially during the day when you want to use it as a fill light for shadow part, for the shadow that, for example, the sun creates. Okay, this is the first photo that I shot on the tray with the perfume on the window. So as you see, the exposure is for outside. Result, no flash, perfume is black, outside is correct, you can see the street. Here start to be interesting. As I told you, this is what you expect from the flash that comes from a side. Of course, if you attach an external flash on the camera, you will turn the camera for a vertical shoot on the left, on the right. I turn it on the right. You will see obviously a shadow on the left. In this case, the picture is properly exposed with a normal flash, let's say usage, and this is how people will shoot this photo usually. Here is when I start to find interesting. I'm not using here in this photo any flash. The only light is the light that is coming from outside the window, so I overexpose the image for outside, which I don't care, because I wanted to have a white background, and it's giving me this effect like if it's a luxury product, like if it's almost a commercial product. That is the difference from the other, and we didn't use the flash here. The last photo where I used also the flash, it was like an help. I noticed by the result that of course it's not perfect as it's supposed to be, because the product has to be lit really particularly with a lot of tools which I didn't use. I only use one camera flash that is absolutely not enough, but you can see the difference between this and the previous, that is lit a little bit more on the reflections on the cap, and also you can see that in the bottom part where is the written is more blurred. This is why, because when I use the flash and I measure the for overexposure outside, I had to keep the aperture on I don't remember, maybe it was f4, so was overexposed the outside, and at 4 with the flash it still gives you the blur effect, because if I focus on a part, it's not perfectly focused on the other. So today we learned something interesting, that the flash should be used according to other source of light. How you use is your own style, and there is no right or wrong, but important is that you know this kind of opportunities. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and I will make new videos for you. Bye.